Hello and welcome to the MadVaper Gaming channel. It's going to be a quick review. I just wanted to mention a few things that I got before I start the stream here. So we got two things. We got the Eleaf iStick 100 watt box mod and two juices from the Grind e-juice. I bought these with my own money. They are not bribing me to do this other than the fact that they sent something in the package saying that if I did a positive review about their juice, then I would get $10 off my next order, which is half price. But I'm doing that voluntarily because I really do like the juice. So we'll get to that in a minute. First, the Eleaf iStick 100 watt. So what do you need to know about this? Well, the reason it looks so goofy right now is because I have my Tobe on there, old reliable. So I don't think it looks too bad with the 26650. Most of you probably are not using a 26650 Addy. So let's throw a tank on here. I'm gonna throw the Donner because it's here. It's a spring-loaded 510 connection. And that's about what it looks like. So it's a really good size box mod. In fact, I think it's probably the most comfortable box mod for my hand size. Like if I had to pick one, knowing that it doesn't have an excessive amount of power or battery requirements or anything like that, fits really well. It's the perfect size, the perfect shape. The only thing I don't like is the aluminum, and that's only my preference because I tend to have liquid on my hands, and then I touch the mod, and even after I clean it off, it still feels kind of slimy. So there's that. Anyway, how does this sucker work? Well, it's the first Eleaf box mod to take batteries. They take two 18650 batteries in parallel, not in series. So both positives facing upward. It's just a magnet door, and it's really, really strong. It moves up and down similar to the Sigelli box mods. Not bad, not noticeable unless you sit there and try to move the door. The menu, you got your 3-button menu. It's very similar to any other iStick. Let's do the focus thing. All right, we'll try to hold it there. That way. So, up and down. I should probably show you how to unlock it and lock it. Hold both these buttons down while the device is active. And it'll say unlock, and now it's unlocked. Moves up and down in 0.1 watt increments. Has all the standard information that you're probably used to seeing by now. Your ohm resistance, your resistance, your output voltage, your battery life, and the wattage that you have set. So that's weird. 7.4 is the minimum, and it goes up to 100. This tank, I'm going to give it a whirl at 40. 40. It's kind of hard to get it right on. You have to kind of time it when you let go from the auto scroll. 40 watts, Donner tank. Open airflow. It works like 40 watts should. So that's kind of what it looks like with a standard 18650 atomizer on there. And it doesn't come all the way to the edge of the mod. Just so you know, I'm okay with that. But maybe you're not. Right here, I have a 0.36 ohm dual coil 24 gauge. And I'm using this at 60 watts. Whoops, sorry about that. So you can kind of see there. Let's focus. Just a simple 24 gauge contact coil. Get on there. So there's that. Now, more functions. 5 clicks on and off. Now it's off. Now if you hold these two buttons down, plus and minus, up and down, while it's locked, it will flip the screen over. See that? So that's how you flip the screen, and that's pretty much all there is to it. 5 clicks on and off. Now it's on. Turns on instantly. No welcome message or anything like that. Turns on and off instantly. So the other good thing about the parallel batteries, other than the fact that you get double the battery life of whatever your 18650 battery is rated for, you can also charge them internally. So there is a micro USB charger on the bottom, or charging port on the bottom. Now, if you get the kit will come with the mod, the charger, and an Ego to 510 Ego adapter. There's also just the mod. You can buy just the mod, and that's a little bit cheaper. Just so you know, this isn't available yet. This was sent to me as a sample. And so the price for the standard price without tiered pricing or quantity or anything like that, standard price, cost, wholesale, for this, just the mod, is $26. The cost for the mod, the USB cable, and the adapter is $28. So that's without negotiating, that's without buying quantity, so that's probably a highball price. The cost on this is probably going to be 20 to whatever they say, 28, 20 to 30, somewhere there, which means the retail price, I'm guessing you're going to see online for $50 to $80. That's gonna, I mean, that's what I would expect the retail price to be. So very reasonably priced as usual for a 100-watt or for an Eleaf thing, but especially very reasonably priced for a 100-watt box mod. So if you just want to buy the batteries with it, throw them in here and forget about them and charge them like you charge your other Eleaf mods and stuff, then you can do that. So you could treat it as an internal device once you put the batteries in, but it does require its own external battery, so that's going to be a little bit more. The firing button right there, it's clicky, it's nice, it moves, but it doesn't rattle. It moves, but it doesn't rattle. Does it turn? No, it does not turn. It is stuck in place. So yeah, the whole thing is aluminum. I would say that you can tell that this is a cheaper device. It feels lighter, kind of like the buttons are almost plastic, almost like that chrome plastic that they use on toys and stuff. They just, I don't know how to describe it really. I guess it's the same quality as the iStick 20 and 30, but because it's bigger and it feels more hollow, if that makes sense. But I think it's definitely justified by the price. I mean, when it's in your hand, it feels solid. Nothing really moves, but like when you press it, it's just a hard sensation to kind of translate into video. I wouldn't say it's bad by any means, but you can definitely tell the difference between this and a more expensive mod. For functionality wise, I've had no issues with it. I do not know if this uses RMS or mean mode. The other iStick box mods use mean mode, and therefore it's a little bit less accurate. It fires a little bit high, and you could tell a bigger difference when the battery dies. What the fuck is my cat doing? What are you doing? Oh, okay. So anyway, that's the Eleaf iStick 100 watt. Not sure when it's going to be available. Pretty soon though. They seem to have pretty much all the kinks nailed out. Definitely worth it for whatever the price is going to be. It's an aluminum box mod that goes to 100 watts. Kind of unique in that the batteries go in parallel, not in series. So that way you can charge it internally and you get comparable battery life, let's be honest. So the batteries are held in with that ribbon thing, kind of like the Sigelli big box mods. The 100 watt and the 150 watt. And even the 50 watt, I think. So that's it. It's the Eleaf iStick 100 watt box mod. Now let's move on to the liquid. So I drip Max VG pretty much all the time, and I've gotten a few times from White Label, and for me, it's really hit or miss. Some of the flavors, especially the ones I've gotten recently, like blueberry pancake and lemon cheesecake, are really, really harsh. And I've had them steeping for weeks, and they're still really, really harsh. I can't even vape them, and it's 3 milligrams. So their custards are good. Some of their stuff is good. I wanted to try something else, and I saw an ad for these guys, the Grind E-Juice. So White Label is $20 for 100 mil and Max VG, and you pay no shipping. That's regular shipping. You have to pay for 2-day shipping if you want 2-day shipping. These guys, $20 for 120 mils. So you're getting 20 mils more liquid. It's free 2-day shipping, so you don't pay any shipping, and I personally didn't pay any tax. So 2 bottles was exactly $40. And that's 240 mils of liquid. So the bottle itself, the top is one of these, which in theory I really, really like because it's easy to use. It's probably going to catch some flack for not being childproof. I am not around any children ever, so I don't mind that. But I know, guys, you should probably do that because, you know, regulations, big deal. It's kind of a big deal. But I don't mind personally. It's a black and white label, so that keeps the cost down, I suppose. The bottle otherwise is soft, translucent, squeezes easily. The only thing I don't like about these caps is that after you drip and you flip it back over, the liquid kind of tends to sit in the tip and then eventually work its way down the threads and come out on your bottle. Like these are all sticky. That's not a problem exclusive to these guys. That happens with pretty much every bottle that does that. So now the flavors. What did I get? I got 9 to 5. That one's not 9 to 5. This one's 9 to 5. 9 to 5. And that's a custard, vanilla custard, and then grab and go right here, which is blueberry muffin. They're both really, really good. Let's start with the 9 to 5. Out of the two, I thought this was actually the weaker one, and I really, really like Custard. I wouldn't, maybe it's not that it's weak, it's just that I've tasted it before. It's that standard custard that you've probably had almost every time you have custard. And I know that generally there's two kinds of custard, right? You have the really, really harsh stuff that doesn't really taste like custard, and you're like, what the fuck? But I guess some people taste custard and really like it. I don't. And then you have kind of the stuff you can barely taste, just that slightly sweet in the background, and a little bit of vanilla on the exhale. But that's the kind of custard this is. It's not bad by any means. It just didn't knock my socks off. It is a little bit thicker from what I can tell from White Label. And it actually has the viscosity of Max VG juice. This is 3 milligrams, comes in 0, 3, and 6. The ingredients, VG, nicotine, natural and artificial flavors. And has a little warning on there. So it doesn't even list PG as an ingredient. I mean, I understand why people do and why they don't. But anyway, that's my thoughts on the Custard. If you're looking for a cheap, kind of an all-day vape that you won't ever get sick of, but won't really knock your socks off, then the 9 to 5 is the way to go. If you're a hardcore custard person and you're used to really premium, you know, good custard flavors, and I don't care how much diacetyl is in here as long as it's fucking delicious, it's not really going to be that. But overall, I would probably give it an 8 out of 10. An 8 out of 10 for what it is, all things considered, price, flavor, and all that. So grab and go. Grab and go is really, really good. Usually blueberry flavors kind of come off as artificial, but this one is not overpowering. It doesn't bring with it a really massive throat hit. It's just a really nice in the background blueberry. The muffin I kind of get on the exhale, and it's just kind of this slightly sweet aftertaste. So it's kind of like a light blueberry and then a slightly sweet, creamy aftertaste. So it's I really, really like it. What I don't like about this is that it gunks up your coils. So it's kind of frustrating. I end up re-wicking probably 2 to 3 times a day if I'm using just this. And I vape a lot. I mean, I probably vape at least 10, 15, 20 mils a day, something like that. So all things considered, if you're a normal vapor, then yeah, you'll probably be fine with this if you re-wick like every day. And that's just so I can dry burn and get the black stuff off. The flavor itself is really, really good. I would give it a 9 out of 10, all things considered, price and all that stuff. Bottle style, label style. Generally, if it just tastes good, I'm okay with that. In this case, they do taste really, really good. Even if they were double the price, I would say they're still good liquids. Not great, but good. For $20 for 120 mils of liquid, Max VG, 0, 3, and 6 options. I mean, yes, do it. Definitely try them out. I'm going to bring up the website here and just kind of rattle you off the actual URL. And then I'll also post it in the description. It's thegrindejuice.com. And you go there and you have a bunch of flavors. They probably have like 20 or 30. Let's see. You got 15-minute break, which is a peanut butter cup. 2 jobs, which is apple, peach, and strawberry. They're kind of all based around going to work. The grind e-juice, 15-minute break, 2 jobs, 9 to 5. You get the idea. Vanilla custard, Fruit Loops, banana nut bread, blueberry cheesecake, cinnamon roll, double apple, blueberry muffin, that's the other one I got. Gummy bears, honeydew, peach, kiwi custard, mango lychee, watermelon honeydew, orange cream, pear and honeydew and strawberry, and strawberry juicy nectarine. Oh God, there's more. Yeah, there's probably about 12 more. So they have a really good selection. It's mostly fruit and candy flavors, and then they have a few dessert flavors, some dessert mixed with fruit flavors. So good stuff. I'm going to try some more, and it's definitely worth the price. So I'll put the URL in the description. You should go check them out, the Grind e-juice, and that's pretty much it. Let's recap. Eleaf iStick 100 watt, kind of cheap but solid feeling at the same time. It's kind of strange. Definitely worth the money. Even if this was an $80 mod at the high end, I would still say that it's worth the money. If you don't need a micro USB cable and you don't need an ego adapter, then just get the cheaper version if you can find it. Solid. Solid, simple, cheap. Think of it as a bigger version of the other iSticks, only you put your own batteries in and it goes to 100 watts, and you'll pretty much know what to expect. The Grind e-juice, 9 to 5, that's a blueberry muffin flavor. No, scratch that. 9 to 5, which is a custard flavor, vanilla custard. And then Grab and Go, which is the blueberry muffin. Excellent for the price. I prefer them over White Label. Sorry, White Label. They're just, I think the flavors are better. I just wish they didn't clog up my coil so much. Otherwise, these would both be gone by now. So that's it for me. Thank you for watching. Please check out my Twitch channel as well. It's twitch.tv/MadVaper, and I do gaming. I game and things, and there's a chat, and you can come chat. Please come and follow that. It's a lot of fun. I do that 5 days a week. Generally, it'll be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, or the days you'll find me there. Sometimes some other times. Tonight's going to be Dragon Age Inquisition. Started a new game, so go check that out. And next time I get something good, you can expect another vape review. So thanks for sticking with me, and I hope you all have a good night. You're watching MadVaper Gaming, and I'm a Mad Vapor. Good night after the vape.